Okay, class, we're going to learn about the system of linear equations. Does anybody know what that is?
No. Do we have to? I don't want to do any.
You never do any of your work.
Anyways, a system of linear equations is multiple equations that use the same variables or on the same coordinate plane. When you have a system of linear equations, you're going to have a solution to the system of linear equations. And that is an ordered pair that is a solution of each equation in the system. It's a practice. So class, there's 3 ways to solve for the systems of linear equations: elimination, substitution, and graphing. We're going to learn all 3 today. Substitution is replacing equal values. So here is substitution. So y, both equations are equal to y. So therefore, you can set each equation equal to each other because they're both equal to y. So all you have to do is take one equation and replace it with y, and then keep the other equation, but set them equal to each other. This is substitution. The other method, elimination. Elimination is just, your goal is to add opposite-like terms. So here, there's no opposite-like terms, right? So to get opposite-like terms, you have to take one of the equations and multiply it by a number that will cause you to get an opposite-like term from one equation to another, to the other. To do this, the easiest way to do this is to, for this specific system, is to multiply this equation by what?
-1.
Correct. So, as you guys both said, multiplying this equation by a -1 will help us get opposite-like terms. So, I'm going to multiply this whole equation by -1. So then, what will we have?
Negative x squared, negative 2x, -1 equal to y. Negative y.
Good job, man. We're just going to put a 0 here, so it's a placeholder.
And now do we add it?
Or minus it.
So now, do you guys see any opposite-like terms?
Yeah.
The y's and
Correct. So those cancel.
and so are the negative 2x and the -1 and 1.
Good job.
So what's left is a negative x squared.
Correct. But this cancels, but it's also equal to 0, so you can just put a 0 here, so it makes more sense. And then this is being squared. Can you stop? What would I do here to get the x squared alone?
Divided with -1.
Right, because it's being multiplied by -1.
It still equals 0 though.
Good job. Then what would I do? X is being squared.
We'll square root it.
Yeah. So you have been paying attention. What's the square root of 0?
0.
But is it plus or negative 0? Is it just negative 0?
It's just 0.
0
Wow.
is a neutral number though.
There you go. You can stop it. Since you guys think this is so confusing, I'll show you guys that it's really not. We can do the first question together. Now, please read the first question.
Martha is the team captain of her high school basketball team. It is their championship game and they are down 30 points. The score block every shot that the opponents shoot, and they only have 10 shots to shoot. How many threes or twos do they have to make to tie the game?
This is impossible. I don't want to do this at all.
To help you guys better understand, why don't we think about it like this?
One pass away, giving Halliburton the opening to hop into an open left corner three that rainbows into the tight pitch. It's all over, folks, from 4 feet behind the line. One pass away, giving Halliburton the opening to hop into an open left corner three that rainbows into the tight pitch. It's all over, folks, from 4 feet behind the line. One pass away, giving Halliburton the opening to hop into an open left corner three that rainbows into the tight pitch. It's all over, folks, from 4 feet behind the line. One pass away, giving Halliburton the opening to hop into an open left corner three that rainbows into the tight pitch. It's all over, folks, from 4 feet behind the line. One pass away, giving Halliburton the opening to hop into an open left corner three that rainbows into the tight pitch. It's all over, folks, from 4 feet behind the line.
There's also another way to solve it. It's called substitution. So these are our two equations. And you want to make one of the equations equal to y. So we made 10 minus x equals y. Then we substituted it into that equation. And we solved it, and we got 30 equals 2x plus 30 minus 3x. And we got 30 equals 30 minus x. And we got,
Subtract 30 from both sides.
yeah, and then we divided it, and we got x equals 0. Then we plugged
Y back into the equation.
x back into the equation.
X back into the equation.
And we got 10 equals 0 plus y, and we got y equals 10.
Because you subtract 0 from both sides and then you get Y equals 10.
Okay, so what this means is y is a number of 3s and x is a number of 2s. So we need 0 2s and 10 3s to tie the game.
So to graph the lines of these equations, we can find the x and y intercepts. So plug x in as 0 to find the y intercept for this equation, and we got y equals 10. So 0, 10. And then to get the x-intercept, we plug 0 in for y. We got x equals 10, so 10. And so the line of this equation is represented here by the black line. For the second equation, we do the same thing, and we get that y-intercepts of 0, 10, and an x-intercept of 15, 0, represented by the green line.